Hey, what's going on, guys and gals? What's up? CheFPV here, ATXRC Productions, ZeroGroundFPV.com, the DroneReviewers.com, all that stuff. So, drone multi-rotors, tips, tricks, reviews, and unboxings on Facebook. That's what we're going to talk about kind of right now. But we're also going to talk about our good friends over at Tiny Whoop or Team Big Whoop, both of those, Team Tiny Whoop these days. We have been very into these copters, and I've gotten some that are beaten up. I've got a handful of these things, well, a small handful, like 3, all kind of using different cameras and different systems, trying to test them and stuff for myself, even though Jesse over at Tiny Whoop has done an awesome job of, first of all, coming up with this little crazy, wacky kind of combination and then just testing all the parts. But more recently, I've been given the opportunity to take a look at the Aries, which we can see through the package is actually going to be an Eachine product. But it's called the Aries, and it was from Amazon. Eachine EF-01 5.8 40 channel, blah, blah, blah. It comes with some battery straps, which is kind of weird to be with a micro. I mean, I guess, I don't know. But cool, I'll use them somewhere. Some just, you know, standard old Aries battery straps. Yeah, that's worth $1 or $2. All right, so we're gonna open this package up, and like I said, there you go. It's actually an EF-01 all-in-one. I can tell you right off the bat, there's a couple things about it that, you know, there's some better alternatives. That being said, this price point is a great price point, so if you can need one and find one, this for sure should suffice. Couple of things to note: the antenna you can already see is going to be a solid mount one, much like the one it's replacing. So some people have broken them. I personally haven't, but you could. The only other issue is going to be, I know the case is kind of all in one, so I'm not going to really be able to put it on the one here that has my 3D TPU mounted from great3d.com camera mount. It's not going to fit in there probably. So I'm actually taking this one off. I'm going to end up putting another one that works on, and I have one of these that has a camera glued to it. I guess I'm just going to switch over to that one, but we'll see. So besides that, though, the price point is really what was pretty good. $32 Amazon Prime. So in 2 days, I got this thing. So that's a great deal. Packaging, open it up. There was a Eachine, whatever, little thing. Email address for Hobby Wing. All our products have been tested. Any problems, contact us. Thank you, blah, blah. Cool. Open this thing up. Ah, it's actually a flexi mount. So the picture is wrong on the outside. The one on the inside is right. I don't remember. I thought this is what it looked like on the picture when I ordered. So that's good. So it is a flexi mount. It does also look like I might be able to open this thing up and take it out the case pretty easily. That being said, man, it is beefy. I did not realize it's got a steel or some sort of metal outside shell to it. So that's an interesting one. I mean, that's going to weigh some weight. This is definitely not Tiny Whoop available. I mean, this weighs, I'm going to say, as much as the Whoop. So this might be some good testing here. Oh, wait, that's milliliters. Grams. Here we go. 8 grams. The Tiny Whoop all by itself without a camera, 15 grams. Camera, no shell, and some hot glue, 4. So this one is double the weight. That being said, I'm going to be interested to go ahead and open this bad boy up. And let's take a look. There is some things that I do like about it already. The fact that it's got a camera wire port makes it a little more versatile as far as changing it out and stuff. If you did need to change it out, you could really just unplug it and plug a new one back in. Okay, so we open it up. It looks like, okay. We can get the housing off, so that's good. We will try to do this without There we go. Take the lens cap off. The housing comes right off with those 2 screws. Now, there are these side tabs here. Should be no problem clipping them off. So I'm actually just going to use a pair of shears that I have. I'm going to see if I can clip them. Yep. Trim that right off. Trim that one right off. Be careful of the button. So there's the little push button for channel changing. There's the back piece for plugging in. This is interesting. So now let's weigh it. We're at 6. So I would bet that at least 1 gram is the difference in the PDB antenna and the other one. I would even say that, ooh, it's at 5, maybe 5.5 probably. I think the extra solder and that is really the bulk of what's gonna be the extra weight. I mean, altogether, there's not a lot of extra. The size of the board is not that much bigger, but it is. So it is slightly beefier and bulkier, but we're talking about, yeah, I mean, that's still a lot of weight for this tiny whoop, but it's doable. And I might even be able to, yep, it would fit in the TPU mount now. I would just have to trim out the section for the button and the section for the wire. So there you go. Very interesting. I'm going to get this bad boy plugged in and on a whoop, and we'll take a look at it. But there it is. It's definitely, again, it's definitely a little beefier. It's 6, so it's 2 grams heavier than that one. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I could definitely change the lens to the one that's on this camera if I wanted to, because this one does have a longer lens on it. So we'll see. What's going on, guys and gals? CheFPV back, doing a little quick recap. Here we go. We got the Eachine EF-01 FPV all-in-one camera. We got this from Amazon for $32.99, shipped Amazon Prime. It's now installed with the case, as we showed in the other video. We took off the case. It does have a slightly longer lens, so it's going to be a little heavier. The boards themselves are slightly larger too, a little more weight. And then the extra solder that is connecting the coax to the base of the antenna, that's going to be some extra weight as well. Comes out to about 1.5 to 2 grams heavier than the standard FX series that most of us have already used on our other whoops or this one and before. That being said, performance, this is my favorite one so far. So I've tried, and I forget the numbers, but I've tried basically this is my 4th different camera. This one has the best clarity and the best range so far. So to show that, I wanted to show you guys side-by-side comparison. Sitting right here from my desk, I flew out and around the corner, up the stairs in our apartment, all the way to the 2nd floor, and basically to my son's room that is right above us. However, it is actually concrete walls and ceiling and all that stuff because we're in a huge apartment building. So side-by-side comparison right here of those flights. This is going to be the FX, whatever, and the Eachine that we're looking at today. You'll notice that it cuts out definitely as we go up the stairs, but much more clarity overall with the Eachine in the distance and kind of handling the environment. I also will note that my standard, the FX or whatever it is, FXT, it actually is a little beat up. But that being said, it's got no less range than it ever really had. So there you go. So compare for yourself. Take a look at it. The extra weight, I mean, I'm sure it's giving a little less power. It's going to decrease the flight time. And, you know, over the life cycle of the motors, it could possibly, I guess, beat the motors up a little harder, a little longer, or quicker. But I personally think it's a great little camera. Little button on the side works fine. It's out of the way. It's not quite at the top where it can get banged up. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, and I forgot. I notated it in the original build, but to switch it out, if you ever have to switch it out, it's actually got just a plug that plugs in. So I'm wired up to the power source. I can literally unplug it and put another cam in if I had to. So that actually is kind of interesting, and I like the fact that you can plug it in. Not that I'm swapping cameras a lot, but it happens, right? So there you go. Fly safe, fly smart, fly for fun, fly tiny whoop. Peace.